my favourite part talking about a movie that centres around one of the most historic moments in American history is the fact that we've got a Canadian, a Brit and an Aussie talking about it. All that's missing is a bar, right? Yeah. Does it kind of show that this event is sort of so global and it's just not about the actual event, it's so much more than that. It's about Neil and his history and love and loss and sacrifice.
There you go.
I think that, look, our focus was on telling Neil and Janet's story. You know, this was a story that somehow had not been told. And, you know, their lives are worth the tribute that this film attempts to pay to it, you know. So that's where our focus was. I mean, I don't want to speak for you.
No, that was where my focus was too. Focus was elsewhere. No.
What was it like working again with Damien, like teaming up again? Because you've just transformed a completely different character this time around. That must have been fun and exciting and extreme.
It was all those things, and more. You know, I mean, even look at this. Like, look at this junket. You know,
so it looks like a green screen.
It looks like a green screen.
It's actually there.
Yeah.
Every part of this film, and this is another example of it, has just been sort of beyond the normal experience.
Damien, I want to talk about this wonderful line that I read, and I want to know what you felt, or what you feel when hearing it. The line was, Chazelle teams up with Gosling again. Now, thinking back to the very start of your career, did you ever think that something like that was a likelihood at all?
No, that line alone would have been a total dream. You know, I've been a fan, like a lot of people, of Gosling's for some time.
Started at Young Hercules.
Yeah, so that's a good starting place. But you know, I think he's obviously an extraordinary actor, but I also think he's an extraordinary person to work with. That's something that of course, you know, I've only learned from working with him. He's incredibly collaborative, incredibly mindful as a storyteller, not just as an actor, but as just an overall filmmaker. He's just someone I just love bouncing ideas off of and experimenting with and improvising with. So just the fact that I got the chance to do that not once but twice, I feel very lucky about.
And he's playing incredibly different characters in these movies. You've
Yeah.
taken him from this sort of like young boyish charm who's kind of discovering himself to a very sort of stoic, stern, internalizing man who
Yeah.
literally has the weight of his world on his shoulders. What was it like? How was it making Ryan become Neil?
Well, you know, honestly, I didn't have to really make him do anything, because what's incredible about Ryan is that he goes further than you even think he will. He does the full deep dive. Right when we started working on this movie, he started taking flying lessons. He started meeting with members of Neil's family, doing research of his own, coming back to me and to Josh, the screenwriter, with ideas, you know, anecdotes from Neil's childhood or from periods of his life during the time of our movie. He trained at NASA. He just kind of did everything he could to try to really internalize and physicalize Neil Armstrong for this movie. And that's just a gift as a director, you know, that to have an actor who's that committed, it made my job easier.